Hi everyone, today we are going to look at the question, are we obligated to obey the law? Political authority raises a fundamental question. Do we have a moral duty to obey the law? What gives the state the right to command and us the obligation to comply? Some philosophers argue that political obligation arises from consent. Thinkers like Locke believe that by living in a society and enjoying its benefits, we give tacit consent to obey its law. But critics question how real this consent is, especially when there's no viable alternative. Others turn to fair play theory. It argued that when people benefit from a cooperative scheme like public service, they owe it to others to do their part, including obeying the law. But what if the benefits are unevenly distributed or imposed without choice? The natural duty view, most associated with Ross, claimed that we have a duty to support just institutions. If laws uphold justice, then we ought to obey, not out of gratitude or benefit, but because justice matters. Then there's the associative obligation view. We obey the law for the same reason we care for our families or communities, not from consent, but because of the ties that bind. But does this work when the state treats some people as outsiders? Finally, some anarchists like Robert Paul Wolff argue that no state has legitimate authority unless individuals have voluntarily consented. For them, freedom and autonomy are incompatible with unquestioned political obligation. So, where does that leave us? Perhaps the duty to obey depends not just on the state's power, but on its fairness, inclusiveness, and the real opportunities it gives us to shape the laws we follow. And on the next episode, we'll explore power, not just who has it, but how it works.